teachers, they train other people. What is the impact of that training within the school? Those are the ways that we're able to measure they're interactive, they have, chats on the walls and things. You can see all of that replicated. You can see students are collaborating, the students are confident. If you ask them one question, you can see that, all of the students can engage and they're all wanting to learn. And with that, really, you can see the productivity in the investment of training that you provided to them. So I think those are some other ways that you can, see productivity, when you're assessing and evaluating the impact on training. Whatever the training is very important. So those are general things. The classroom management, your classroom layout. I want to see that. That's what I'll be looking for during my learning walks. I'm trying to see all that. But when I've sent you for a particular training, I'm going to be looking at those aspects when I come to your classroom. All right.
One for Mrs. Hawaii and one for Madam, we have to remember by
so maybe just don't push it now.
Maybe what you're saying is like donor, like transparency, accountability, like how am I or how is my organization ensuring that what donors are giving money for is being used for what we say. Thank you. So I think, to start with that and with NGOs, the first thing is that you have to have a solid board, or which is a governance structure, who are carrying out their fiduciary responsibilities. So, providing oversight to the operations of the organization, ensuring that, the goals of the organization annually are being approved, ensuring that, the committees on that board, so for example, there is a finance subcommittee that must be able to review and look at the budget, and the board approves that. And so there are all of these checks in place to ensure that, there is full oversight and there is full monitoring of how the organization is operating. And so with that, and with most donors, once they're confident that they're reputable, board members who are able to provide those responsibilities, they feel confident knowing, and then report as well. So, whether it's annual reports or mid-report, showing the programmatic activities that you would have agreed to in the proposal that you both would have signed on. Also showing the progress on all of those activities puts them, gives them confidence that you're using their resources to do what you say you're doing. So I hope that answers your question. All right. So for us, you were asking about exchange program, right, between the public school and the private school. Is that what you were asking? Okay. So I would not say directly, but there are ways that we're able to bring in the public schools into our own school. So, for example, through our Meadowhall consults, so through our Meadowhall consults, we actually organize free trainings for teachers in the public school and low-cost private schools.
So once or twice a year, they come over to the school and we're able to take them around. They see things, how we do things, and things like that. That's one way we're involved with the public schools. We have also adopted a school, the Lansong Primary School. That is a public school, and we work with them. So our teachers go there. Their teachers, most of the time, it's not all the public schools that have the teachers that have time to come. They have to be in school. So when you're talking about exchange, but we are able to go there, we train. When we have the opportunity to bring them to us, they're able to do that. But I also say that with the transformational teachers network that I mentioned, it's always a beautiful time when you have them interacting. So public school teachers are there with private school teachers and they're learning from each other. So it's such a beautiful time. There's this school in Ikorodu that I've heard of there. The maths teachers are so good. I've heard about private schools going there. They also come, So we do things like that to bring private and public schools teachers together, but not necessarily as an exchange program. I hope that answers.
I also want to speak to the issue of exchange program between interested organizations and the government, the ministries of education. Usually it is a very tall order for anyone interested in supporting local government schools in their environment to give the assistance that they want to give, because there are bureaucratic. There are restrictions. I mean, even as simple as just giving. You may want to donate something. The school may not be able to receive it from you because they've set up such tight parameters that prevents people from being able to walk into government schools and just assist. And I know that because efforts have been made in some of the schools that I am involved with, and some of them are church schools, that they want to adopt the school next to them or near the government schools, and there's restriction, and all that. So I can't even understand how they can actually, even if you wanted them to come, whether you would have been allowed.
Just the school that we adopted, the process was so long. And even at that, it was like congratulations.
I just want to add that, and I love the conversation happening here. And of course, it takes all of this amount of work. And just imagine like the organization that I run, Teach for Nigeria, where we actually have to place teachers in schools and they have to teach them full time for 2 years. We have to get into partnership. We have to have an agreement, with the agencies. And I just wanted to share that. So these things are possible. But again, it's through collaboration and partnership. So I'm thinking about the school adoption, for example. We have over 300 schools that we're working in, where we have our almost 700 teachers who are teaching. And all these schools are begging to be adopted by corporate organizations, individuals who want to whether refurbish or donate a library and things like that. And so I think that there's some of these things that can still be done and pursued, but through deliberate partnership with organizations that already have partnership and a relationship, with the state government or local government or the agencies. So I wanted to just mention that too.
Thank you. So we're now, where's the slide to do? SLI to do, okay. First question there says, how can we access the TTN resources? Dr. Wani.
Please, maybe just Google, not Google, just go to Transformational Teachers Network. Once you get there, it's going to prompt you. What?
The website, erit-ttn.com.
Oh, it's Erit. Okay.
erit-ttn.com.
Okay, Erit- that's underscore.
No, no underscore.
Just dash. erit-ttn.com. erit-ttn.com. Thank you for that. And it will prompt you to register and all things like that.
Thank you. Okay. And then there was a question there about getting the slides. What happens with the Kingdom Summit slides is that is, I think, uploaded later on the website. So you will have to go to the website this after a couple of days. They will upload all the information on that. I think that's it. Okay? All right, so we have spent a lot of time on questions. Now it's our time to ask you questions. So are you ready? So you have been listening to these wonderful women. I promised you at the beginning that you were going to have a wonderful time. So it's my time to ask you questions. And my questions are not just about what they have said today, but I'm just testing your knowledge because you came in here, you saw education. You know that we teachers, we don't joke with tests. So you saw education. When you were coming, you should have prepared yourself well because you know we're going to test you, right? So this is the time to be tested. So let's go. Now, the wonderful thing about this testing is that you get immediate prizes. Okay? You're going to have an immediate prize. And we have 5 minutes to do that because they're telling us that we have spent a lot of time in here. But it's been wonderful, isn't it? Yeah. I can't believe we've spent over 2 hours. Over 2 hours, 30 minutes. It's wonderful. Okay, so the first question goes, and it's the fastest answer that gets the prize. Who is the current Minister of Education in Nigeria? Madam. Who said it first? Him. Okay, get the game, but it's time for him. And coming straight after that, who is the Minister of State for Education? You know in Nigeria we have 2 ministers. Minister and Minister of State. Lagos State. I said for Nigeria. Minister of State. That one going. Everybody heard of somebody called Emeka Nwajuba? I think let's say the name right. Emeka Nwajuba. You never heard of him? Yes, he is the current Minister of State. Who is the Commissioner of Education in Lagos State? Folashade what? Adefisayo. Somebody said it here. Please. Thank you. Are you off? Oh, Dr. Wan is off. Okay, walk with. All right. Thank you. Thank you so much, my sister. God bless you. Please clap for her as she leaves. Thank you for your time. Okay, picture time. Picture time. Okay. Picture time. Picture. No, Falana, come and stay here. Yeah, I'll stay. I'll come quickly. Yeah. Okay. Good. Quickly. All right. The next question is, when is World Teachers Day? When is World Teachers Day? October 5. I know you know the answer. You're not going to give her. I know who she is. Somebody else must answer that question. I know who you are. I know. Okay, she gets the book. I think she gets the book. Okay. Then, what is the retirement age for teachers? So nobody gets the prize. Okay. What is the difference between a pupil and a student? Semantics here, right? This is semantics. You need to say, please answer. He wants to answer, please. Say that again. Excellent. It's just semantics. They are all students, but you tend to use the word pupils for children in primary school and lower, and students for children. Please give him a gift. Let's clap for him. Now, this one is what you call a video. Janet's mom has 5 children, 3 boys and 2 girls. Victor, Fabian, Justin, and Kate. What's the name of the 5th child? Who gave it? Who said it first? She did. Who said it first? Who? Him. Her. She was so right here. Okay, thank you. Okay, how can I share a watermelon equally? And this is a very simple question, but you need to give me the exact. There's something I'm looking for. How can I share a watermelon equally amongst 8 people? 1/8. That's it. 1/8. But we can't be giving out the gift now. We can't give you. So we should tell you to stop answering the questions. Yeah. What is the purpose of common entrance exams? Entrance into what? Second, everybody knows the answer, so we'll give them. Okay. CRS is a subject. What does CRS stand for? No, if they didn't know it, we will mark. No chorus answers. Okay, no more chorus answers, she said. So no chorus answers now. How many sides does a cube have? A cube. No chorus answers, so you lose the vote. No, some people are very connected. Who? Him. Teachers. Say that again.
A cube has 6 faces.
6 faces. Thank you very much. That's the correct answer. Okay, no more chorus answers. Can you complete this saying? A stitch in time. You don't want the gift now. You don't want it. No gift. Okay. The next one is a bird in hand. Great. A bird in hand. The lady in the scarf, white scarf. In the bush, thank you. He said 10. I said it's 2. Thank you very much. Thank you. And this one is the chorus answer. I confess. John 3:16. That he gave the only begotten Son, that whosoever believes in him, for everlasting life. Thank you all very much. It's been a wonderful afternoon. Thank you, Simon. You want to say something? You want to say something? Okay. This, my brother here, wants to say something. Okay? A question. It just came to you. Go to slide or do. Type in your question. Just go to slide or do. Ask your question and then we should align. My senior colleague. Okay, please can we have a microphone for the man? Quickly, thank you. You see, teachers were always very strict, okay? Very strict. So my name is Michael.
How because I used to follow you up back, there was one time he said that government, like a regulator to government, one of the like that. So I was like, how do you assess this international organization for fund? How do you assess the last one? Okay, my name is Michael Showumi. I'm a teacher. So I want to ask you, how did you assess this international organization for funds? That's one. Two, how are you able to, the schools that you go to teachers to, how are you able to know all those schools? You said period, how are you able to know them? That's two. Three, the last one, how are you able to convince, because I know the stress, how are you able to convince the governors, all those people in policy, the policy making people, that about this program that is going to work? So those are my questions. Number one is very important.
Thank you very much. Number one again is I should have been taking notes as a good student. So number one is how
how did you assess this international organization?
Okay, did you access Okay, and the second one?
The second one, how were you able to know the schools? You said about
Okay.
300 schools in Nigeria. How were you able to know all these
Okay.
schools and all that?
And then how was I able to convince government and policymakers and all that? Thank you so much, such brilliant questions. So how did I access funding? So again, the journey started in 2015. No funding, organization didn't even exist. So we were just about to incorporate and go through CAC, all of that, register the company and all of that stuff. But I'm just going to cut long story short. The first funding that Teach for Nigeria accessed was through my former boss. And so one of the things that I've learned about fundraising is your immediate network is what you start with. Because these are the people who know your capabilities, they're the ones who trust you, they're the ones who know your passion and your interest. And these are the people who would immediately support you. So the first funding that Teach for Nigeria raised that was substantial was by this woman called Dr. Musoya, who I used to work with at APEN. And she organized an event on my behalf at the Whitney Polytechnic. And it was in that room, we raised over $20,000. So she invited her colleagues in the Association of Private Educators in Nigeria, other school owners, business individuals, entrepreneurs who all came and they gave that money. Now that money gave Teach for Nigeria the opportunity to actually start the work. So we're able to hire a few people, start, to actually make some noise, do recruitment and everything. And once that happened, we're able to showcase the impact. We're sharing the stories. People were saying, the people who were joining the movement or the program were also telling their own stories. So now this thing was real, and it was real to people. And I'll tell you for free, the way that Google happened was through LinkedIn. The LinkedIn person that connected me to google.org, the Google person that saw the work on Google, as on LinkedIn, saw the work of one of the teachers in Teach for Nigeria that was teaching in Kaduna State, where this teacher was using an interesting way to teach the students. And she was so inspired, sent a message and said, I want to talk about this. Actually, I've been following your work consistently since 2017. And there's something here, I've always wanted to support education, but I think we can talk about this. And that was how, we had the conversation. There was an opportunity for Google to support, in response to COVID, to support non-for-profit organizations. And that's how we put in an application. And that's how that particular funding was secured. I just want to let you know that a lot of it is relational. It's the relationships, it's the network that you have. And these networks might exist in person or virtually in virtual space. But really, if you're doing something, keep at it no matter how hard it is. Continue to share the impact, the result, the stories, because that is what will inspire the next person. And because all these people behind the big funders are human beings, so they just want to also be inspired and then to came to that. So I'll answer your next question, which is how do you know the schools? Again, through partnerships. So we don't work in isolation. Every state that we've worked in, every community, we build partnership with the government agency. So it could be the State Universal Basic Education Board if it's primary schools. It could be the Ministry of Education if it's secondary schools. It could also be the Teaching Service Commission, depending on how different states are set up. So in working with 3 states, in fact, I've seen relationship with all 3 agents, because sometimes, the people in charge of anything that has to do with teachers is TESCOM, which is Teaching Service Commission, it's or it could be SUBEB, if it's their primary school. And so across all of those agencies, even if we don't sign directly with one of them, you have to build a level of relationship with everyone. Again, it's hard because securing those approvals to really place individuals to teach in the schools, it's conversation, but then there's also paper that will go from the ministry to the Ministry of Justice to sign off to another place to sign off. Like it will go through their own bureaucratic system. But it's really just, and one of the things that I've learned, like people say, yes, government is, they're just not interested, they're not this, but they're also human beings. And if you inspire them, if you align to their own interests and their needs and what they want as well for their state, they would work with you. And we've been working with government for the past 5 years now, or almost 5 years now. And that's how that has happened. So they would share with us the list of their high need schools. And then based on that, we will now select the schools that we want to place fellows in. So that school, those 300 plus schools that we have now came from government. They always give us a list of schools that they want us to put our teachers in. So that's how that works. And then the last one is, I think I kind of, yes, so, okay, so I go back to you.
So it's been wonderful, but good things sometimes have to end, isn't it? We have to, it's 1:15, we're supposed to be being gone for about 15 minutes, but we're still here. And I look at all those faces like you still want to be here, but we have to take a break. We actually have to take a break. So at this point, I'm just going to ask someone in the audience to give us a closing prayer. Is there anybody that feels led to pray to close the session so that we can leave? Thank you, my sister. There's a sister over there. Thank you.
Yes.
Thank you all very much. Enjoy the rest of the Kingdom Summit. Thank you, thank you, thank you.